Hi, beautiful people. Good morning, good evening, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Honestly, I'm here, the creator and writer of the Honestly Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared toward millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I am here for another daily motivational video. We use the tarot to become the alchemists of our lives and to teach us to become how to become spiritual beings. A little bit about me: I do not just use the tarot. I use my cusses in the same sentence, and I may mispronounce some things. But if it does not stop Charlemagne the God, it will not stop me. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it. Dear God, guardian angels, and ancestors, what information do you deem worthy for us to hear at this time? Please deliver no doubt or confusion in me or the viewer's mind. In God's name I pray. Ashe. All right, so the card that came out is Peace and Magic, angel number 44. Right away, I just get this message of, do you believe in magic? Oh my God, we had this message before on the channel. But for some reason, I just feel like God is saying, just rest in the peace. Rest in peace. Rest in the knowing. Have peace in knowing that magic is real. And I literally just finished up this article for Honestly Sis. And I said, like, the world wants us to believe that, superheroes isn't real and that magic isn't real. But, like, what if it's real just in a different type of way? I truly know, I truly believe, and I know that there are people in this world who, who are able to speak to the dead, who are able to predict the future, who are able to heal people with their hands. And that's magic, right? And I feel like we all have this ability to, like, okay, so remember when, I don't know, I think it was in 2000 and was it in 2020? When there was like this post going around and everyone was like, Black people are about to get their superpowers. And, it was just, we were all talking about what our superpowers are and what's they're going to be. Like, I really feel like we did get, like, something happened. Because I know, like, my gifts have, like, truly, like, I've been seeing them, like, change and, like, evolved. And, like, before they used to kind of be, I didn't know what the fuck to call them, but I think now I'm, like, getting more comfortable with knowing that they're real. And, like, instead of doubting it, I think I want to just figure out how I can best utilize them. And so I lost my thought. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it. It's just that I just believe that magic is real, and I feel like God is saying that we should just rest in the knowing, have peace in knowing that magic is real, and it's not in this thing of you having to have spells or you have to have candles or like none of that shit. That shit is tools. Like it's so funny. Like I have to stop saying it's so funny, but I was recently watching The Sandman. And Sandman, is a Neil Gaiman, like, used to be a comic, and it's just became like this Netflix series. And it's all about like the King of Dreams and like how he ended up getting imprisoned and like at the beginning of the episode, and they took all his tools away. He had like these 3 tools. And so, of course, throughout the series, after he becomes angel number 323, he gets released, and then he has to go out and like, go get his tools back. And what he ended up realizing is like once he got all of the tools except for one, because this man ended up altering it, spoiler alert, and he ended up having to destroy it. And after he destroyed the tools, he realized like how much more powerful he was without it. And then I was watching Thor, was it Ragnarok or whatever, and remember his sister broke his hammer, and then he, had this vision with his dad, and he's like, oh, I can't beat her. I'm not strong enough. I don't have my hammer. And, Odin was like, are you Thor, god of hammers? And so I say all this to say is that the spell books, like the candles, all of that shit is tools. Like, I could learn how to, eventually I would learn how to get messages without having to use cards. I would just be able to intuitively be able to do it. But right now I don't know how to do it. It's a way to harness the energy. It's a way for me to harness my power, to figure out like how it works. But we don't need them. You by yourself, you're magical, and you create your spells, and you do all of this stuff by the words that you speak. We call it spelling because it's spells. You're speaking spells every day. That's why they say in the Bible is life or death in the power of the tongue, because once you speak it, It happened. You're either speaking life or you're speaking death. It's another quote that says, the man who says that he can and the man that says he can't are both right, because it's all about you. You are the magic person, because guess what? You are the God. Little G, not big G, but you're a God. And that's why God created you. God created you because he wanted to express a certain version of himself. And so okay, let me just say this real quick. This universe was created because God wanted to experience different versions of himself. And so I've said this before and I'll say it again, but you are a physical manifestation of God's desire to be in the world, of God wanting to have experience. So anything that you want to do, you should know that you already have the blessing of God, because just because you want to do it means that he also wants you to do it, and he wants to experience it because he made you to have experiences. And so your magic is you should rest in knowing that your magic, you should have peace in knowing that you're a magical being and that you're naturally abundant. You don't have to fight for abundance. You don't have to fight to become what you already are. You don't have to learn anything. When I'm telling you things and it resonates with you, it's not because I am some powerful person. It's because you already know that information already. The reason why you even connect with certain movies, certain TV shows, certain musicians is because y'all are already on that way. You already know that information already. The people who create movies and stuff, they're not so smart. They're not the ones it's you. When you go in there and we project our experiences, our lives, our emotions onto this story, that's what makes it so amazing. Again, it's with us. We have the power. And if only we could realize that. We have been in this system for so long and made us feel so powerless and as though we didn't have any power. But the plot twist is that we all have power. And we just have to remember that. We just have to remember we're all fucking Dorothy. I don't know, that just made me so I don't know, it just really made me smile. It made me blush, wow, we are all Dorothy. We just got to remember it. And that's where this chaos is coming in. That's why we're having all of these changes, not because the world is ending, but because the world is awakening to the fact that we're magical beings. But our job is just to balance ourselves and to stay strong through the transition, to face our fears and not be afraid to be angry. Because like it said in American Gods, anger gets shits done. Anger gets shits done. Angel number 808. Oh, abundance. Abundance is here, y'all. It's here. It's here. I found myself getting so emotional this week because I'm just realizing how good God is. Even when you think you're not on it, and now I understand. I used to say it, but I didn't really understand it when people be like, you're always on a path. It's just a matter of it's just a matter of your perception of if you think you're on a path. I remember go back to me first doing these YouTube videos. I'm like, I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know where this is leading to. And now I got my own yoga class that I'm doing tomorrow where I'll be able to do messages just like this in front of people, with people. I was in here doing these intuitive yoga flows, pretending that I'm having a class, angel number 911, not realizing that I was just calling it into my life. You are the magical being, if only you can realize it. I'm going to say something, I'm not going to tell y'all all of it, but God has revealed to me who my husband is. And when I tell y'all, he's been revealing it to me over it's been a 2 or 3 year period. And I went from excited to scared to not believing it to believing it to rejecting it and being I'm just being manic and don't want to believe it again, until this week I had 3 different people were 3 different readers plus myself. I was getting like all of this confirmation, and it just was like, so when are you gonna believe that this is real? Like, when are you gonna believe that it's real? Because you've had the dreams, you felt the feelings, you've seen the visions. So when are you gonna believe that it's real? When are you gonna let go of that anxiety that this not gonna happen? When are you gonna rest in the peace that it's real? And yesterday, and I was like literally just writing in my journal, like, I just feel like it's ridiculous for me at this point to deny this. Like, it's happening. It's a reality. He's my husband. I'm somehow, some way gonna end up with him. And honestly, I was just like, oh, so if I'm gonna be with him and if he's gonna be my husband, then that means the book gonna be successful. That means the book gonna be successful, because how the fuck else I'm gonna get to that? So it's like, again, like when I had that realization, the peace, it's like, oh, that's why they say you don't have to work, your crown is bought and paid for. It's like, if you just know, like, you've seen the vision, where their peace should be in, oh, I'm just walking out the steps. It's not that big of a deal. After this yoga class, I'm so grateful that this came into my life, because it made me realize, like, oh, this is some shit that manifests that I wasn't even paying attention to. And it just came in my life. But it's something I wanted. It's something I've been asking for. And it just came. Angel number 1128. And so why don't I think something that I actually been focused on, I know with every being in my heart, that why can't I just have peace in knowing that that's also going to come as well? This is why God allowed things to manifest in your life, to show you, like, hey, I showed you that was going to happen. I gave you a glimpse that that's going to happen. And then it happened. So why you can't just trust me for the bigger shit? I'm gonna stop talking. Let's go to this message of peace. Remember, guys, this is my book that is like all messed up and just raggedy. Agent number 1203. All right, where's peace? Peace, peace, peace. Okay, peace. When shining light through a prism, all the colors are revealed in a rainbow. White light is the combination of every color within the visible spectrum working harmoniously together. When this card is drawn, it is an invitation to bring a sense of peace into your life. This may come to you after a period of turmoil, as a sign of healing, or you may find it when the mind is quieted during a simple meditation, or when you are taking a moment to just stop and reflect. Open up your heart and let peace come to you. Accept this gentle offering of healing and stillness. Again, God is saying, open up the heart and just believe the information that I'm telling you. Rest, get the peace. Allow that to give you peace. Rest in that knowing that whatever you're working towards is going to happen. Like, you don't have to work so hard. Like, it's done. I've showed you it's going to happen. I gave you the vision. You felt it. You cried the tears of it. Now, why can't you just have peace that it's going to happen? Magic is real. It is the spark and the excitement that comes from out of nowhere in the act of manifestations or the feeling of creating something from nothing. It is all of these things and more. This card represents the need to acknowledge the magic and a sense of wonder within your life. It is happening all around you. You just need to look for it. Final message. While this card depicts coins, it is important to remember that abundance can come in many forms, like love, friendship, career, and family, not just monetary abundance. This card asks you to recognize and celebrate the abundance that is in your life, along with the deep sense of gratitude that comes along with it. Drawing mostly green cards from this deck signifies an opportunity for renewal, whether through grace for abundance, movement on a new project, or rest. Let this time be easy and relaxed. Just let things unfold and grow as they need to. Angel number 1414. That's what God is saying. You have been working so hard. You've seen the vision. Trust it. Have peace in it. And just work. And just go enjoy your fucking life. Just go and, keep working towards your dreams, but go and enjoy your life. And I bet you, and I ain't gotta bet you, I promise you, whatever you want is going to manifest in your life. The only reason it's not is because you're thinking about it. The only thing it's not is because you're so fucking focused on it. But if you just release some of that, God can give you everything you want. All right, I'm going to just give us one quick tool that we can use, and then that'll be the end of this message. God, clarify this message of peace, magic, abundance. What is a tool that we can use to just understand that we are that we are magical beings, that we have this power to manifest abundance in our lives, and that we can do it with ease and peace? Why is it so important for us to know that, to just let things unfold? All right, so 2 cards flew out. I intend to co-create from my place of positive attractions, and I can look for things I appreciate in relationships. And the last thing is I can go from an unwanted to wanted relationship. So if for some of you guys, you've been trying to manifest love or you want love, that's on the table. Again, you have the power to do it, and it starts in your mind. You guys have to understand that what you accept in your life is when you accept something in your life, you're sending a signal to your universe that this is okay and this is what I want in my life. So if you're just dating to be dating and you date any old body or you accept any old body, then guess what? You're going to keep getting any old bodies. I have been getting, this is probably the first time in my life I have like 2 or 3 phone numbers, handwritten phone numbers. Men have been just giving themselves to me, throwing themselves at me. And it's like, no. Because it's not what I want. I want a certain experience. I want a certain type of love, and I'm not willing to sacrifice that. I don't want to, it's not enough. Yeah, I'm lonely. Yeah, I want a man, but I don't want just any old man. I want my man. I want my husband. I want the one that is specifically designed for me. I want somebody that's going to let me have the experience that I'm looking for. I'm not just dating to fucking date. And that's the power that I have. And I have peace in knowing that I'm going to get the man that's for me. Because I've already kissed him. I've made love to him. I've, been on trips with him. Like, I've already had experience with him in my dreams. So I know it's going to be a reality. And you want to know why I know it's going to be a reality? Because I've already had things happen in my dreams come into my reality. It may have not been the exact same way that I thought it was going to be, but it has happened several times. And so why don't I think it's going to happen for something that I really, really want? Again, it's a decision that we have to make. You have to decide. And then that's why it's creation in 3 steps, because you decide in your mind, you say it in the words and the stories that you speak, but then it's the actions. You can't say, I want love, I want my husband, but your actions are showing that you're dating people who don't even believe in love or who doesn't even treat you valuable. Your actions are not in alignment with what you want. In order to truly have your power, in order to truly align with it, your actions have to be aligned with your beliefs. In the stories you're telling yourself. You can't say, I want love, and then also say niggas ain't shit. You can't say I want love and then hoes is winning. Your shit is, you're all off balance. All right, let's read this first card. I can look for things I appreciate in relationships. You cannot get the relationship of your dreams when your chronic thoughts about relationships feel lonely or angry or worried or disappointment. This is why God is saying you need to find some peace in your life. But as you look for things you appreciate in yourself and others, as you look for things you appreciate in yourself and others, as you make lists of positive aspects of past and present relationships, you train your vibrational offering to match the vibration of your desires, and your perfect mate must then come. It's law. I just said that, right? I literally just said you can't be saying niggas ain't shit and think that you're going to get a man. And then this is telling you why. It's because of your vibration. And so what God is saying is that you need to rest in this peace. Like you need to somehow get a sense of peace and a sense of inner knowing that you are a magical being who is worthy of abundance in all forms. That means abundance money, abundant relationships, abundant friendships, abundant, partnerships, abundant working situation. Like, you are just abundant being, and you get the abundance not by you going out here working, not by you, none of that other bullshit. Now, you get it because you make up your mind. And then when you make your actions, when the universe presents you choices, you only go with the option that's in the alignment to your highest, to the highest version of yourself, to who you're trying to become. It's a choice. You have to, it reminds me of that Big Sean line, getting rich ain't a blessing, it's a choice. You have to choose to be abundant. You have to choose that, and this is where I'm at. I want peace. I don't know about y'all, but I have had so much fucking chaos and turmoil and crying, and I'm just like, I just want peace. I just want, and so anything that's going to take me away from the road from peace ain't for me. Anything that's going to take me away from this road for abundance is not for me. And that's the magic I have. That's my power I have as a spiritual being. Last message. I intend to co-create from my positive place of attraction. The individual creator who are coming together must be in a positive attraction before they can come together, or nothing positive can come out of the co-creation. This is why. This goes back to this message of why you're not meeting the soulmate of your dreams, because this is why the Bible says you have to have equally yoked relationships, not because of some shit of he got to have a degree, I got to have a degree. That's so fucking petty. It felt so fucking like, that's just so fucking so superficial. No, we have equally yoked relationships, meaning is this nigga on the same vibration and wave as me? You can't get an abundant husband if you don't feel abundant inside. That's why you got to look at, if you've been attracting a whole bunch of ain't shit niggas, then that's the reason. You still got to clean up your vibration. And I'm not saying that these men that have been trying to approach me ain't shit. I don't know, but I know that it's something in me that's like, this not the right vibrational fix. So which means I know that I'm still cleaning up. I'm still cleaning up my vibration. But I told y'all where I'm going. I want the one. I want the divine partner. And so I have to be divine on my own. I have to be balanced and positive, in a place of positive co-creation on my own, in order to get him. That's the magic we have. You can't settle and think that you're going to get your divine mate. You can't settle in any area of your life and think that you're going to be abundant. This is a daily choice. If you are negatively focused and not feeling good, you can only attract others who are in the same state of negative attraction. That's why God is focusing on this energy of, sorry, this is why God is focusing on this energy of peace, of like, stop worrying about it so much, about you realizing that you're naturally abundant, about you making sure that you keep yourself in balance. Let me tell you this. You only get what you're willing to become. That's why, I'm sorry, but that's why so many of these girls, you think that you get with these ballers, and you think you get with all of these people, but all y'all doing is just two negative ass people co-creating, because two negative people co-creating, using each other, because you're using him for his money and he's using your ass to be an image. And guess what? In the end, it never ends up fucking working. People, you think automatically because somebody is rich and famous that they're a good person inside. You don't know what the fuck type of karma or what they've been going through. Start focusing on the characteristics of what you want. Start becoming what you want, and you will naturally attract that person. And so it's like, for me, I know who my husband is. I know where he is. I'm not there yet. And so instead of me being like, oh, let me get in his DMs, no, I have been. I did it once. Yeah, so I was like, no, don't be in his DMs. Focus on yourself. Become that person. Because if he did pop in, am I going to be ready today? No, I'm not going to be ready, because I still have things that I'm working through. And so this is why they say you have to love yourself. That is why looking from a mate from a place of insecurity or lack of anything can never bring you the mate you really want, but instead it only amplifies your current lack. This is why you keep going from fuck nigga to fuck nigga, because you're not taking that time to actually look within yourself to see, well, why am I even attracting this type of person? I told you guys, last story. I'm bisexual, so I'm also attracted to women. And I realized that there was a part of me that was like, I am attracted to a woman, but I wouldn't have a relationship with a woman. I only wanted to use a woman for her body. And then I looked at the relationship that I was in, and it was like, we have all of this sexual chemistry, and it was just like, oh my God, like I manifested somebody who also believes the same thing as me. I felt like I had to, earn love. I have to be deserving of love. And this person felt, it's just like you gonna get what amplifies. So if you don't feel shit inside, for real, you're gonna get somebody who's gonna treat you like shit, who's gonna treat you in a reflection of it. So that's why you have to do the work on yourself. Not even about relationships, because this all talked about relationships, but this is also like workplace as well. Like you have to. Anyways, this ended up being about a relationship. I'm sorry. I didn't want it to be about a relationship, but it ended up being about a relationship. And since it is about a relationship, let's just end this with I'm going to end this with our romance angel, because it is about relationships. What God is saying is that you can get that magic. You can get that happily ever after. And it's all about the choices that you make. You can get the guy who has, your billionaire. You can get him that's, there is say for example, if you want to be with a rapper, but the narrative is that if you with a rapper, he gonna dog you out and all of this other stuff. But if you believe that, that is gonna, that you can manifest this rapper in your life and he can dog you out. But if you believe that, no, I'm going to get somebody in my life who is a rapper and who is well off, but who's also ready to be in a relationship, somebody who values family, somebody who wants to have somebody on his arm, somebody who is a nurturer, somebody who's a provider. Like you can't, if that's what you want, and if you rest in that belief that it's possible, then it's going to feel like magic, but it's not magic. It's just because you made up your mind that it's a possibility. And then you rested in that peace and you made those actions to not try to go get that person, but to become all of those qualities within yourself so that you can manifest that person to yourself. All right, 27:17. I'm done. God, clarify this message of peace, magic, and abundance. What are you wanting us to know about us creating relationships, or us even going after relationships from this place of peace and knowing that if we just work on being abundant within ourselves, taking that balanced actions, then the love of our life can come to us. What do you want us to know? Give us one final message for I intend to co-create from my place of positive attraction. I can look for things I appreciate in relationships, and I can get from a unwanted to wanted relationship. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you are being guided to take. So this is what God is saying. Make the effort. Make the effort to becoming the best person that you could be. Make the effort to making those changes so that you can align with the person you want. If you want somebody that's going to be fit and sexy and, ambitious and all, you have to be those things as well. You gotta be it as well. I'm going to put, I'm going to actually link an article. Hey ladies, just a word of advice. It's a really good article that clarifies all of this in just, simpler terms. In new love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. And so this is why you even been having dreams about this person. You've had dreams, that there's this new love coming in. And so what God is saying, make the effort to align with that person. And you do that not by, going on these dating apps, not by doing any of that bullshit, speed dating, but by literally going inside and intending to co-create from a place of positivity, knowing that you can always get the relationships that you want. Okay, angel number 2911. That's all the messages I have for you. If you made it to the end of this message, please give me a thumbs up. If you made it to the end of this message, you are not subscribed. What are you waiting for? Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never, ever, ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. Mwah.